Hi, my name is Tomi. I'm a creative and fashion enthusiast. I was born in Lagos, Nigeria, and now I'm based in Toronto, Canada. Adapting to my new environment was pretty easy. I'd like to say Toronto people are very kind and like very helpful. So it wasn't too hard. I also do have family here. So I have my sister and a couple of my family members here. So it wasn't too hard to settle in. I feel like I had some sort of um, base or structure initially, like prepped for me before I came. So it was pretty easy to settle in. I feel like I wasn't prepared for how cold this country will be. And coming from like a very temperate region into a very cold region has been a rude shock. And it's something that every winter I have to get familiar with again and again. But it's been cool. As long as you have the right gear, you have the right clothes, you're pretty good to, live through the Canadian weather. So Toronto is a pretty diverse city. There are a bunch of other backgrounds and like ethnicities in this one city. So the food is pretty diverse. Like you can get any sort of cuisine you're looking for. There's nothing you're really craving that you can't find. So it has been really exciting to try other cuisines, other dishes, other types of food, even just learning about other people's culture. I would say it's pretty easy. The people, like I said earlier, they're pretty nice, and overall my community is pretty creative as well, so it's been great to just get to learn about new things, get to learn about new cultures, get to try new things. It's been really good, honestly. Yeah, for some people it's really daunting to move to another country and start a new life, but I think if you're creative or if you're someone who has a curious personality, a curious soul, um, the resolve that like you're going to a new place, you're stepping into new territory to learn new things is a bit scary, but also very exciting. Another thing is just letting yourself like feel the feels. So like some days I feel very nostalgic, missing what I've known, what I grew up around and everything. And some days I wake up pretty excited to just step out of my house and keep exploring and learning about things that I otherwise wouldn't have had the opportunity to learn about. So it's been bittersweet, but mostly sweet. Hmm. Interesting facts and observations about Toronto. Um, I'd say the fashion industry here is easily overshadowed by the fashion industry in the States because they're both in North America. But because of the weather, it's very understandable how, the industry here might be just slightly in the limelight, or not in the limelight, but slightly in the shadow of the United States. So I think that has been very interesting because I recently just learned about like the actual economics of like Canadian fashion versus American fashion, or like brands in America. So yeah, that has been really interesting. That's not to say there isn't a thriving fashion scene or industry here, but it's just to say it's interesting. But I understand. There's so many things that I'm so grateful for the opportunity to experience. Like it's such a privilege to have access to a lot of different things that I now have access to. But at the same time, there's so many things that could be wrong about the system. But the overall mentality is just making the best of like what I'm given, or rather of what I have access to. So navigating the culture and just navigating the country in totality has been pretty decent. Yeah, excited to keep learning and keep exploring for sure. I obviously wouldn't let you in on everything that I plan to do. Some of the things you just have to show the results for, but complete takeover. Um, and I don't mean takeover in a very like aggressive way. I mean in a very nice way where you get to share your perspectives and open up doors for others to walk through. I think it's very important when you're put in a place, especially somewhere that not everyone has access to, for you to be conscious of those to come after. So definitely just paving that way, setting that table, prepping the way for other people, other creatives, other Lagosian, girls or Nigerian girls or African girls who want to come overseas and bring their wealth of culture with them and bring their perspectives on in life with them. That's essentially my goal in Canada.